Hi, everyone. Terri Crosby in Care of Relationships. Today's blog is about the power of women to positively influence relationships. It is about why it's important, why I do the work I do. It's about why it's important for women to be good at relationships. I really mean that because relationships are our territory. It is where we live, where we come from. It's what we're all about. It's important for us to express our wisdom instead of our reactions or our frustration. Sure, that happens, but it's important that we move past that and learn how to guide ourselves and guide others in creating harmony with ourselves, with our partners, in our families, in our communities, and in our world. Relationships are a woman's territory. I don't mean to be sexist about that, but it is our territory. It is to the extent that men accept and understand their feminine, they are also relationship oriented, but that's a discussion for another time. Right now, I want to speak mostly to women. And for women, relationships are our territory. We have relationships everywhere. We go to the store, we get some groceries, we go to the checkout line. The person who helps us, we are in a relationship with that person, even if it lasts 30 seconds or 20 seconds. It's not just a person standing there putting things in a bag for us. We're having a relationship. If we are in traffic and have you ever pulled up to a stoplight and you're in a lot of traffic and there's a traffic lane right there to your right, and you just glance over while you're waiting and that person has turned up their car radio and they are singing at the top of their lungs and they are having a very good time. And at some point, while you're looking at them, they look over at you and realize that you're watching them, and then it gets funny. So you're in a relationship with that person, and you're in a relationship that lasts the amount of time that you're at the stoplight. But if you would see that person later, if you would recognize them later in public, it would make you smile. Maybe you go to a concert and there they are, and they may or may not remember you, but you do, because you had a relationship at the stoplight with that person. This is the thing I'm talking about. We have relationships with people. We have a relationships with plants. We talk to our plants. We have a relationship with the new little family of goslings that is growing on the lake where we live. We have a relationship with the bushes outside the door. We have a relationship with the bird that just flew over the house and made a sound. We have relationships with trees and land and gardens and flowers. We have relationships. And because this is our territory, it is my mission to make sure that women are good at this. And that when we are in relationship with someone, that we do our very best to bring out the best of ourselves and the best of that other person. Our circumstances are our circumstances. You can go through a day and there are all kinds of circumstances. And at the end of the day, at the dinner table or wherever, in bed talking to your mate, the story you tell about your day says a lot about you. And the story you tell about your day can either empower you or it can disempower you. And I think that matters because women are in charge of relationships. That's what we do everywhere, all day. Because we're in charge of that, to me, it is important to do our best with that subject. And so the stories that we tell it's best if they're good stories and that we represent ourselves as learning and growing not whining, complaining, criticizing. If we tell a story of weakness about ourselves, as if we have no power over the situation, if we tell a story of victimization and powerlessness, then no matter how much we rail against the world's injustices toward women, by telling a story that doesn't give us the benefit of the doubt, that doesn't shine on us in a good way, then we are contributing to the very thing we don't like in the world, the injustices toward women. So I believe it's really important that the stories we tell empower us. And the way that we can get there is by remembering the relationship that feeds us the most. And that relationship is with Mother Earth. Our relationship with Mother. So if we have lost ourselves, if we had a bad day and we fell down and can't get up again, you know, that kind of a feeling, then the way we can restore our sense of belonging and purpose and confidence and clarity is by restoring the relationship that women value most, which is Mother Earth. Mother Earth represents the feminine principle. Women, because Mother Earth gives birth and creates life all day, every day, so do women. Women represent the feminine principle. So the way we can restore ourselves, if we have kind of forgotten and had a bad day, the way we can restore ourselves the fastest is by remembering our relationship with Mother Earth, by taking her by the hand. You know, what that means is after dinner in the summer, walk outside and put your feet on the ground and just stand there and appreciate the foundation that we stand on. Go out at night and watch the fireflies. Go out at night and take a look at the starry night and let yourself take it in. It will heal you. And go put your back up against the big oak tree on your property or in the nearest park. Put your back up against the tree and remember your roots. As you're walking your children to the car and you're going to go to a parent-teacher conference and it starts to rain, let the rain get on your face. Laugh about it with your children, you know, be ducks. Let the wind touch you. Every time you reconnect with Mother Nature, you reconnect with the very foundation of who you are and what you offer to the world. You will have better relationships with people if you remember your relationship with Mother Earth in whatever way floats your boat. It doesn't, there's no one way to do that. It might be getting on a little canoe and going out on a lake and dangling your feet over the edge. It could be being around water, going for hikes, whatever your version is, do that and let it in, and you will be better at relationships with people. It will restore you. There are lots of other ways to restore yourself and to remember your innate wisdom. If I can help you in any way with your relationships with people, that's really my specialty. If I can help you with your relationships with people, let me know. I'll put my contact information below in careofrelationships.com. Schedule a meet and greet, do whatever, to find out if you want to work together. Thank you for your time today. And thank you for your skill and commitment to harmony in relationships. Take very good care of yourself.